It is December, end of the year, and I have read a lot of great stories, but this might be my favorite of the year, hands down. Don't worry, I will have another video talking about my top 5 best manga that I've read this year, but for now, I want to talk about my favorite. Cream of the crop, top of the line, something that I did not expect to be so entertaining, flipped its own story on its head, and just went in a completely different direction. I, alongside all of you that are reading, did not expect it. What we got in return was something absolutely magnificent. Admittedly, this story is not going to be for everyone. You probably won't have the same response, and that's okay, but if you do, even just a little bit, you're going to have a fantastic time. Don't worry though, I'm going to talk about it. This story is called Mad, and while it's not the most enticing name or the most unique, it does have a ton of potential. It is entertaining, it is horrifying, it is everything that I'm currently looking for, and probably everything you're currently looking for as well. It's hard to explain the type of feeling that Mad actually provides. It doesn't have the prettiest artwork, doesn't have the most unique or compelling storytelling. Its writing isn't anything out of this world, but yet, apart from all of that, it still sparks intrigue. And a very large amount of it, like a compelling amount, something that you keep coming back to this story every single time. It knows how to place those hooks deeper and deeper into the back of your mind. During the week, you will randomly think about this story and be like, oh my god, that was so great, I need more of it. And then be depressed when you have to wait 2 weeks for a chapter. But when you get that chapter, best time of your life. And then depressed that you have to wait another 2 weeks. But I digress. Mad starts off very, very simple. It's actually a little deceptive. Your run-of-the-mill alien invasion, apocalyptic world where humans are on the brink of extinction because of some alien species crash landing from a meteor. That's it. That's your setup. The world is in shambles, humans can't do anything, and these alien species, which looks like literal quote-unquote alien, are just tearing everything apart. They're smart, they're intelligent, they're super strong, they're super fast, they're the peak apex predator. Humans are struggling to survive. Morale is low, and the main character, called John, is kind of just given up. My man is not happy. I mean, how could you be? His life is in shambles, the world is in shambles, he doesn't really have anything to live for, he's got barely any food to himself, he's very antisocial, he hates other people, like, he doesn't want to be in this world. But he's got his sister. Kind of. And his sister is a constant reminder to continue moving forward, to continue at least trying to live. And that reminder is very, very important, almost crucial to how John functions as a human being. It's important now, and it's very important, critically, later on. See, as horrifying and brutal as this world is, there is a countermeasure. There are people fighting back against these aliens. And you probably think, with guns, with rockets, with military force and might. Kind of, but no. We get to see what human military might is all about, but it doesn't really work well. They get obliterated, as you would expect. The aliens outnumber humans. So it does propose a question. How would you handle an alien invasion? How would you fight back against these aliens? Build some sort of weapon to kill them? Figure out how they function so you can kill them? Have a strong defense force? Maybe go underground? Maybe try and live on an island? Separated by water? All of these might sound like pretty good options, of course, but there is a proactive choice, and one that is gruesomely experimental. There is a chance, a very, very small chance, less than 1%, I would say, that if you eat an alien, you will turn into one. But not a regular alien. You're still human. You're a humanoid version of that alien. The best example I can give you is think of a Titan shifter from Attack on Titan. Human turning into Titan, back to human. There's a chance that this is possible. And this is how humanity is starting to fight back, trying to build a hypothetical hybrid human army, which sounds pretty cool, right? It's like, okay, this makes sense. Turn people into aliens or hybrids. It's not that simple. See, the process of human to alien hybridization is disgusting. It is not an easy process. I would argue the process is worse than death. You have to go through this torturous, absolutely horrifying experience that does not end. And there's no guarantee that you will survive this process, this transformation. All of your hair on your body falls off, your skin peels away, your every orifice starts to bleed, you're in excruciating pain, and at any moment you could boil into a massive hunk of meat and just die. Now you're probably thinking, okay, maybe it's not a great idea. Who would ever agree to do something like this? That is the point. No one would rightfully want to agree with this if they knew the ramifications of the transformation process. So now you're sitting in a pretty sinister mindset. It's no longer safe to be human because of the other humans that are trying to transform you. You don't even have a choice in this matter now. If you come across the wrong people that are trying to do this, they will transform you by force. Either you die during the process or you become something else. What I've just told you is the surface of Mad's story. While you know the process of what it's actually about, the enjoyment you get from reading it and how much detail they go into expanding upon this importance of human, alien, and hybridization is very entertaining. I promise you, the way that I've explained it doesn't do it enough justice. I thought this would just be a simple, straightforward alien story, but it has quickly turned on its head to become something about human nature, what it means to be human, what it means to continue moving forward, what it means to survive against all odds, against the worst of the worst. You thought aliens were the worst things to exist, killing everything on this planet? No, it's the humans. They're the problem, they're the issue, because they can lie to you, they can manipulate, they can scheme, they can create agendas. And it's that utter sinister approach that is so terrifyingly addictive. Seeing how people operate within the unknown is so incredibly intoxicating. It's a murky experience. You're sitting here like, what's going on? What am I about to experience? And the people in front of you know absolutely everything that's about to happen to you. But there is a benefit of them not telling you what's about to happen because you would never agree to it. If you knew, you wouldn't want this to happen. And who could blame you? It's a very dystopian but also militarized outlook on experimentation. Some perhaps convincing themselves that this is for the greater good, that the only way humanity will survive is by enduring this process, to become powerful creatures, to become those aliens, to fight back. Are they right? Are they wrong? Does it even matter? Because no one can fight back. But what if they could? What if they could fight back? What if someone that they did actually manage to transform decided to end it all? Not themselves, of course. They survived the process. They survived what's worse than death. No. What if they decided to kill their creators? Who cares about the aliens outside when the real monster is the one the humans created? Then you get into some very interesting territory. How would that even look? How would that even feel? Well, all I'll say, it feels amazing and it looks just as incredible as you think it would. It's ruthless, it's horrifying, it's scary. It makes me question what this author really wants to achieve in the long run. Now that the story is kind of expanding into these human territories, rather than just surviving the apocalyptic alien invasion, it can go anywhere. It can do anything, and that unknown, that mystery, that plague that is centered everywhere, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. In my opinion, what really helps this story is how roughly expressive its artwork actually is. I would compare this artwork to two authors. It has the simplistic character facial expressions of Tatsuki Fujimoto, so Chainsaw Man, but the rough body outline and even alien design of Gege Akutami, Jujutsu Kaisen. If you think about combining those two things together, it might sound like a nightmare, but that's kind of the point. There's a very odd simplicity and beauty to the line work in here that's rough and edgy and crisp, all within the same bubble of focusing on those beautiful facial expressions. Crystal clear. I cannot express enough the importance of those facial expressions because it reflects so much of the character's internal dialogue and their emotions. Sure, you could easily have a ton of dialogue, but in a world like this, showing it is so much more powerful. When you have others that are conniving and deceiving, seeing it expressed on their face in the most truthful, believable way is gut-wrenching. Seeing someone suffering and struggling so desperately to survive, is horrifying. The author 100% knows where their strength lies artistically. You're either going to get something that's very close up to detail those facial expressions, or something drawn back to look all-encompassing, edgy and gritty and horrifying in design. And that is what I love about it. This experience, this story, these characters, this unforgiving nature of this world is so compelling to me. Every single chapter I get to read is wonderful. This has been one of, if not my favorite experiences of this year, and I'm so excited to see it thrive. But truly, if the way I talked about the story in its basic form sounds interesting, go and read it. I 100% promise you, you will not regret it.